Hey guys, it's Rudy here, and I have another Uber's battle. And subscriber off of Twitter decided to battle me, so he's got not really an Uber's team, so that should be fun, even though I asked for Ubers. And we have, I have a feeling this is gonna go poorly, so I'm gonna try and roll with it. Because not everyone knows what Ubers is, but at the same time, I don't want to just completely destroy the team. You can make, I guess, lower tiers work in Ubers. I just feel bad having actual higher tiers, so let's see. Leading off with Landorus, and then Kyogre, Scizor, Gengar, Dialga, Xerneas. I'm running the same team that I had before, because this is my favorite team and it always works. Well, not always, but it's worked pretty well for me in the past, so that's why I keep using it. I'm really happy with it. I've been laddering on Showdown. I think my peak with this team on Showdown was 1650, something like that. It's like average. It's not, the top, 5 or anything, but I just didn't bother laddering that high. So we get an Intimidate off on a Scizor, which is very good, and we're just going to go for the Stealth Rock. Although, if Scizor just ends up getting knocked out early game, unless this thing carries Defog. I keep forgetting that defensive Scizor exists, and it could carry Defog. So he just goes for the Bullet Punch, which is fine. It does not a lot at all, so we get a nice Stealth Rock up. And then, normally I would U-turn out, but I might just end up going for damage, unless he goes for Defog or something like that, because I know he is intimidated, but that really didn't do a lot. I'm going to go for the U-turn. If he decides to go for another Bullet Punch, which he's not, it's probably, that does nothing too, but that's kind of to be expected. I can go into Dialga, because unless he has Superpower, which not a lot of Scizor carry now, then I'm fine. And I can threaten him out with a Fire Blast, as long as I don't miss. So we'll bring in Dialga, and then I guess we'll see what he goes for. He goes for the Iron Head. That's an interesting choice of attacks, both Iron Head and Bullet Punch. Not exactly competitive, so I have a feeling this isn't too competitive a battle, but I know not everyone is super competitive, so I don't want to, I guess discriminate against people who are just getting into the game, which, I'm sure there are a bunch of people that are just new to the game and they don't exactly know the best things, but maybe I should just do a series on competitive. I've been thinking about, at least with Little Cup, not a lot of people know what Little Cup is. I can just go for a Thunder here and hope I don't, actually I should have just gone for, okay, I'm lucky that it even hit. But I could just, that does a good amount. That actually does a really good amount. And Play Rough is going to be neutral though, so I'm not too worried. I could do a series where, I'm just going for a Flash Cannon. I could do a series where I could just end up trying to discuss the rules of Little Cup and how to get Little Cup Pokemon, because in this generation you have to actually train them through super training, but it is doable. And not a lot of people know about Little Cup, so that's why whenever I try and ask for battles on Twitter, the Little Cup ones, a lot of people just keep asking me, what is Little Cup? And I don't know, I can't explain it other than, hey, you use level 5 basic pokes, because that's not all it is. There's a lot more to it, and the actual training of it is annoying. So Greninja comes in, and I know Greninja can get Power Punch if it's physical. But I'm not sure what else to expect from it. I'm gonna go into, I don't know what to go into, because this thing it could go special or physical. He didn't bring it in to go for a water type attack. He did not bring it in to go for a water type attack, so I'm gonna feel safe going into my Landorus. He didn't bring it in to go for a water type attack, but if I get screwed over and he goes for a water type attack, then that's just good prediction, I guess. He goes for the Acrobatics. I didn't even know it carried that, but I guess that works since he's physical. Now here, he's obviously going to go for a water type attack. we're gonna go into Kyogre, because they usually carry, if they're physical, they carry Water Shuriken. Or Waterfall, I guess. I haven't even seen that many physical Greninjas. I've seen more special Greninjas than physical Greninjas, so we'll see what this one carries. And I really have to get back into OU, but I guess it's mixed. Like, honestly, I feel bad if I do competitive battles against people's, like, in-game teams or something like that, because it's clearly a huge advantage if you have Eevee-trained Pokemon. I could just go for a Thunder here. 100% accuracy Thunder, and he switches out. Did he have any ground types? I did not remember. He has a Rotom. Rotom would have resisted both of my stabs anyway. Well, not resisted. Rotom's actually neutral to the Thunder, so I guess we'll see how it goes. If it's a 2-hit KO, it might be. It's on the borderline of being a 2-hit KO. Alright, for a second I'm like, if he has Citrus Berry, then that's gonna suck for me, because Thunder won't kill, but I'll go for a Thunder now. It might kill. It's kind of like on the edge there of killing / not killing, and it kills, so that's always good news, because I hate dealing with Rotom, especially in VGC, which I've been preparing. Hold on. Okay. I didn't mention this in the last video, but it's gonna be totally late, because I'm mentioning it now, like in the middle of the video, so people might not be watching, but I will put a separate video on it. I have the hotel booked for Worlds, and I'm going to Worlds. Now, I might not compete because the last chance qualifier is limited in space, so I might not compete, but I'm going there. So if you see me, you really should say hi. I'm gonna try and like make a shirt that just says in big letters, just Moody. Just Moody. And I'm gonna try and make it obvious that I'm there. So if you end up going to Worlds, which is in, by the way, it's in Washington, D.C. this year, and it's 3 days, starting August 15th, 16th, and 17th, I think. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure those are the days. It's the weekend starting from, it's that weekend starting from Friday to Sunday, 3 days. And even if you don't compete, go to hang out with people, go to see people, go to just like be able to experience it, because they don't hold, like for me, this is as close as I could have gone to Worlds, because Worlds could be held in like a completely another country, but this is like, it's on the East Coast. Yeah, it's on the East Coast, so like that's the closest that it has ever been held to me. I think last year was like Vancouver? Yeah, all the way in Canada. I'm not going to Canada. So it could be held anywhere. So this is the closest that it's been to me, which is why I really want to go. And if you end up going, I really want to know. So you could like write in the comments, because maybe I'll have a chance to meet some of you, and if I do, then I want, what I did for my first VGC event is, I'm scarfed, by the way. That's why I'm outspeeding everything, if you didn't know. I'm just scarfed going for Thunders right now, because I don't think he has anything to resist it. But what I was saying is that first time I went to VGC, and I think it was 2011, it was held in New Jersey, in Secaucus, New Jersey. Alright, my rain is up, but I guess that's what happens when rain fades. I'm gonna keep this thing, and I'm gonna go into my Scizor, and hopefully it just goes for the same attack. But the first time I went to VGC, I had, I think it was about 1K subscribers, and I actually met like 5 people that day who knew who I was, and I had them sign my shirt. I wore a white shirt, I made it all myself, and it had my YouTube name on it, and I drew my Lodic on it in like 5 minutes. Or not even 5 minutes, like a minute. I still have that shirt somewhere. Not on me right now, but I have it somewhere. And I had everyone that knew it sign it, because it was honestly the greatest feeling in the world to have people just know you. And if you know me, just come up to me and talk to me, because I'm not mean. I might be like a bit shy and awkward, because in real life human contact is kind of unnerving, but I try to have fun. So if I'm like quiet or awkward or anything like that, I apologize, but for the most part it's fun, and I will probably try and have some people sign a shirt or something, just because it's really cool to meet fans and whatnot, and it's just honestly the greatest feeling ever. And that's me just going on a tangent while I'm battling. So, this Scizor can't do much to me. If you're going for a bullet punch, I'm killing you. And you can't kill me. There's no way you can kill me right now. So, yeah. Bullet punch is kill right now. Thanks, Scizor. So, yeah, I went on a huge ramble. So, if you actually... oh, that didn't kill! I know it's resistant, but I could have sworn that would have killed at that range, but it's alright. I still won't die to another bullet punch. And if you haven't noticed, that like everything on my team is named Garrus because it's a Mass Effect reference, and Garrus is my favorite. I almost said Pokemon, but Garrus is my favorite character in Mass Effect, so that's a thing. We'll see what he goes into next. I just don't want to deal with the Gengar. Did I kill the Gengar? No, I'm pretty sure I did not kill the Gengar because I went on a ramble about VGC and meeting people in real life. Like I met someone I went to Warped Tour last week. I actually met someone. Among all those crowds of people in that one location, I actually met a fan, and it was the greatest feeling in the world. So, if Greninja goes for a water type attack, you know what, I'm just going into Landorus just to get an Intimidate off. If he goes for the Hydro Pump, which he might go for the Hydro Pump, but he seems to be some sort of just special and physical. So, Blizzard, that's an interesting choice of attacks. I'm gonna die from that, so that's fine. It's alright. I can just go into Kyogre now and outspeed everything. I don't think he has anything to resist water, and he can't he can outspeed me if he has Water Striking, but he has Hydro Pump, so I doubt he can outspeed me. So yeah. And I make it rain with the drizzle. I can't go for a Water Spout. If I said Water Spout, I meant Surf. Or just a water type attack, but I'm going for the Surf. Surf should kill because he's an ice type, so that is neutral. And that's a clean one-hit KO. So yeah, if he still has the Gengar, because I did not pay super duper close attention to what he had. So also, if you haven't noticed in these last two recordings, the picture is on the bottom, like down here instead of up there. I personally prefer it. This is mirrored up here instead of down here, which is where it is now, but you can let me know which one you prefer. I just kind of moved it around this time, and I guess it might work. Hawlucha! Hawlucha is my favorite Pokemon, which brings me to another random tangent of how if you follow me on Twitter, I do a lot of random giveaways. I do giveaways of Pokemon, like shiny Pokemon. Like if I have stuff that I can clone and give away, then I try to do it. So by the way, this was a good game, and if you want to battle me, you can follow me on Twitter. It's okay if you're not super competitive. I'm not always looking for super competitive battles. I just kind of try and have fun sometimes, so yeah. But yeah, I also do giveaways on my Twitter of like shiny Pokemon and EV Pokemon and shiny EV Pokemon, and sometimes it's like I give away cards, and I just try and do whatever I can for my fans. So if you want, you can follow me on Twitter. It's mostly on Twitter because that's the easiest place for me to do it, and this video is filled with a whole bunch of rambles. But thank you so much for just being awesome, and I love you very, very much. And hold on. Yeah, I did do it in the last video. So bye, guys.